Is this Draymond thing lingering, you think, with this team? Like, I know that maybe publicly they'll like, hey, we're moving on, but I don't know. It feels like that's something that is going to be watched the entire year. Just how that dynamic is with Draymond Green in that locker room.
No, I agree. I actually, this is a back-to-back pod morning for me, so I'll shamelessly plug my buddy Tim Kawakami's podcast. I literally just talked to Tim, who's Warriors heavy, of course, about that question, Deuce, and we talked. Tim and I were in the Warriors locker room the other night, post game after ring night, and like the answer to your question is yes, it's going to hover, and it's hard to read the room sometimes, but like post game with the Warriors, we get in there, and of course we haven't been in the locker room for a couple of years, and so that's a relief. And part of why it's a value to reporters is you get a little bit of an unfiltered look at how everybody interacts. And it's like, you just got your rings, you beat the Lakers. A bunch of Warriors players went straight from the court to the weight room, and they were getting their post game work in. A bunch of core players, stuck around for a long time. Steph Curry stuck around, Clay stuck around, Andrew Wiggins stuck around, and I talked to Draymond with a couple other reporters post game. But it was in my head, I'm like, dang, man, he got that suit on quick. Like the suit went on right away. He was cordial with us and nothing negative whatsoever about the interaction. But I actually was trying to get him to do media. And I said to him, hey, are you doing the podium tonight? And he says, kind of, shakes his head. He goes, I think so. And I turned to Warriors PR, and he's kind of like got one foot out the door already, out the back door. I turned to Warriors PR and said, hey, is he doing podium? And they said, no, he's not. And by the time I turned, he was out. Like, with that green suit, it was pretty epic.
Yeah.
It struck me a little bit. You got to be careful not to make too much of stuff because you can't read a guy's mind. But it was just like, all right, mental note, night one, first guy out the locker room was Draymond. So I think, and then even things that you hear, Jordan Poole. Excuse me, guys. I got a frog in my throat.
It's all good. Always got to clear the pipes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Clear the pipes, baby. I don't know if we're live right now, right?
Yeah, we're
So
live. It's fine.
We do the same thing, Sam.
And Sam, it's real life, right? You got to be authentic. It's cool.
Well, I'm used to telling the producer of my show, like, hey, you have an edit on the 37th minute.
No edits made on this ever.
All right, we back. It's Jordan Poole was asked by Ann Killian of the Chronicle to, like, I think the question from Ann post game on the podium was, Jordan, Draymond said the day, when he issued his apology that it would take some healing. And I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, do you feel like the healing has occurred, or was tonight, was there any awkwardness about this experience? Something along those lines. And you, like, if you have the interest, whoever's listening, I would recommend going back to watch the video, because it's just like, he took that question and just said nope, and said, essentially we played hard, and didn't address it at all.
Wow.
And so I think I get the strong sense that Jordan has compartmentalized what happened. He seems to be fine. Like, his vibe is great. But I do not think that it's as if, the kumbaya healing and bridge rebuilding has happened.